They say the chains of habit are too light to feel until they are too heavy to brag. And one main story shaped by the wisdom of Warren Buffett proves just how powerful small habits of simplicity can be. This isn't a tale of yachts, diamonds, or mansions. It's a story of a man who could have had it all, yet chose something most people overlook. Not luxury, not fame, but simplicity. Decades ago, he bought a modest home, brick walls, a quiet street, no golden gates. Even after fortune came knocking, he never left. Why would I need 10 houses? He would say. I can only live in one at a time. To him, money was never a trophy to shine, it was a tool to use wisely. And tools don't control their master. He drove the same old car for years, not because he couldn't afford better, but because it worked. No flashy colors, no exotic engines, just something to get him from A to B. He didn't even buy a private jet until late in life. And when he finally did, he laughed at himself because he knew a simple truth: living below your means is not a sacrifice, it's freedom. Every morning, his ritual was simple: a drive through breakfast. On days the market looked bad, he would buy the cheapest meal. On good days, he would spend a few cents more, always counting out exact change from a cup in his car. This wasn't cheapness, it was mindfulness. Because how you do small things is how you do everything. He didn't chase designer suits or luxury brands. He wore simple clothes, carried a simple phone, and lived a life free of logos. Why? Because spending to impress is the fastest way to become trapped by image. And when you live for an image, freedom slips away. As a child, he learned the habit of saving more than he spent. He tracked every penny. Instead of wasting, he invested. Instead of showing off, he built. Small choices, repeated daily, became an unbreakable chain of discipline. And discipline is what turned ordinary beginnings into extraordinary success. Even after becoming one of the wealthiest men alive, he never changed at the core. He still clipped coupons. He still slipped bills with friends. Not because he had to, because it was who he was. His life proved something powerful. True wealth isn't measured in what you buy, it's measured in what you don't need. He lived rich, not in things, but in time, not in noise, but in peace, not in possessions, but in freedom. Most people fail at saving, not because they can't, but because they can't resist showing off. They live first, save later, but he reserved the equation: save first, live on what remains. That one habit made all the difference. Money doesn't make you disciplined, discipline makes you money. He understood that better than everyone, while others rushed to buy the newest thing. He let his money work quietly in the background. Passion was his ally, and his passions wealth multiplies. He could have retired decades ago, walked away with more than enough, but he didn't. Why? Because he loved the work. When you live below your means, you don't feel trapped in a job. You don't need to escape. You are free to keep building, to keep learning, to keep creating. Luxury often comes with chains. A bigger house means more repairs. More car means more worries. More possessions, more to protect, insure, and maintain. But living simply creates a space to think, a space to breathe, a space to wait for the right opportunity. While others rushed to spend quickly, he stayed calm. While others panicked in the market, he stayed steady. True wealth, he taught, isn't loud, it isn't flashy, it isn't noisy, it's calm, it's patient, it's consistent. Being rich isn't about how much you spend, it's about how little you need. He lived rich in time with his family, in conversations with friends, in peace of mind that no purchase could ever buy. The richest life isn't about more, it's about enough. He didn't rely on luck, he relied on habits. The same breakfast, the same house, the same discipline. And those habits created a fortune that no lottery could ever replicate. Because sudden money without zip discipline vanishes, but habits they compound. Most people chase visible wealth, cars, houses, jewelry, but he focused on invisible wealth, peace, freedom, options. The kind of wealth that can't be stolen, can't be broken, can't be lost overnight. That kind that lives inside you. He didn't need to show off to prove success. His impact was seen in what he built, in how he invested, in the lives he touched. Simplicity made him stronger. It gave him clarity when others drowned in noise. And that is the secret few understand. Simplicity isn't weakness, it's power. So, what do you learn from this story? That wealth is not about chasing status, it's about building freedom. That success isn't built in big moments, it's built in daily habits. That living simply doesn't limit you, it liberates you. Ask yourself, do you spend to impress or do you spend to live? Do you chase the newest thing or do you invest in what lasts? Do you save first and live on the rest, or do you live first and hope something is left to save? If life feels heavy, maybe it's not because you lack money, maybe it's because you carry too much. Too many things, too many bills, too many comparisons. Simplicity cuts those chains. Discipline keeps them off. Every small habit is a seed. Every seed grows into fruit. If you plant debt, you harvest stress. If you plant discipline, you harvest freedom. And freedom is the richest harvest of all. He lived his life as proof that money is best when it works for you, not when you work for it. That a simple home can shelter more peace than a palace. That driving an old car can carry you further than chasing a new image. Because the true goal of wealth is not in more things, it's more life. So remember this, true wealth is not measured in luxury, it's measured in peace, it's measured in freedom, it's measured in having enough so you never have to chase. Live simply, think big, and let your habits, not your possessions, shape your destiny.